Welcome back, Nerdiverse, for another exciting episode of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, where we always have such sights to show you. For this amazing evening, we have everything set up for you like a banquet of podcasting, pop culture news. I'm, of course, your host, Mike G. And with me is my also host, the master of the Nerdiverse, the Jedi Counselor himself, Wash. What's going on, Bree?
Yo, what up? Happy Friday. We are back. Glad to be here. Week after Thanksgiving, closing in on those 12 days. We got a lot of holly, bolly, merry, and some news.
Yes, indeed. Getting hyped up for the 12 days of Krampsmas. You better be good, otherwise the demons coming after you, bro. With the basket and the little whipping sticks
Yeah,
that he has. Start.
of all the festivals, of all the festivals to go to, I am not sure that Krampus is the one I want to go to. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
me, that seems like just all right. I'm gonna have a couple of beers, and then things may get out of hand because there's nothing but like trolls and demons looking at me, and they're not only looking, they're badgering you.
No,
Like
they're
they
getting
are
on
up
you.
in your grill, man. They have like sticks and stuff that they tap you with, and it's like,
Yeah, it's not
yo,
fun.
this is not a joyous celebration as was foretold.
No, what's going on, Bradley? Thank you for coming through, sir, and hanging out with us. Hope you enjoy the show. Definitely chime in. I think about like the rating scale of events that go from, like, hey, we're just gonna go have brunch at Acapulco's versus like the running with the bull, where you're like, if you don't have cardio, you will die. If you're not paying attention, you will die. And everything in between, you know what I mean?
I've always been a big advocate. I've always wanted to run with the bulls. That is something that I thought would be spectacular. And then I watched a full bull like running event, and I was like, you know what? I'm all right. I'll
I'm good.
I'll get some tapas, a little wine,
I'll be over
watch that on
there.
TV. Yep.
You can't even spectate the running of the bulls because you may get some static just standing around, bro.
Yeah, man.
You
So,
not they don't even
um,
want you running with them because the bull just sees you, and next thing you know, he's headed to your table, and there's nothing stopping that guy. You know what I'm saying?
big
Party's over.
big fan of Spain. Spain, Spanish culture, dude. They got a good gig. They got a good gig. You know what I mean?
Vega,
But yeah, Uh,
they produced the
Vega.
Vega. You know what I'm saying? How do you hate Spain? And there's Vega
So
just right over there.
do you know that there is a statue, and you can see this on Expedition Unknown, one of the earlier episodes? He goes to Russia. They have a statue of Al Bundy, and he's interviewing a lady on the street, and he's like, who is this?" Because it kind of looks like Fonzie, and she's like, "Oh, it's a famous shoe salesman, and his wife spends all his money, and he has a really stupid daughter." And he's like, "There's a statue of Al
Al
Bundy here?" Yeah,
Bundy.
it's a very similar situation that you have going on, pardon me, um, um, with who we were just talking about.
Yeah, with
Sorry,
Vega.
with
No,
Vega.
it's just like you can't do that because like even in Detroit, like last week, it's not on the docket, but they literally made a RoboCop statue in the city. He's just there. A big life size RoboCop is just in Detroit
What?
now.
Oh,
It's so
what?
sick, bro. It's dumb. It's like the Rocky in Philadelphia. It's problematic because like 1,000 years from now, they're gonna think that was real, man. They're not gonna
Yes, yes,
know.
yes. Holy crap, they do.
Yeah,
This thing looks great. I hope I don't crash my computer. I almost want to take a road trip to go see it, which is
just check
probably
it
why they
out.
built it, man, dude. It's Detroit. Like, they need some tourism. So it's
It's one
like,
thing.
yeah.
It's one thing to have like Michael Jordan in front of like, you know what I'm saying, the United Center, or Kobe in front of the Staples, because they're real humans who did something. You can't have RoboCop out front, who's a fictional character, and then through the annals of time, this is how we get people thinking that Minotaurs were real and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, Yeah, Minotaurs might have been real, man. Why you throwing shade? Like you weren't around.
I wasn't there, dog. You know?
You know, a lot of weird stuff out there. So,
The world, the world's a big place.
have you ever been to that place on Venice Beach that has the giant transformers? They have Beetle and Optimus Prime, like life size, like right outside the store, and you're like,
You're like,
damn.
it's kind of uncomfortable when you see these things like in real time. You know, you
Th-
know, this
that is not going to like start doing things,
stuff is it.
right?
I don't like that.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, when I was a kid, my dad would take me to Universal Studios, and they had that giant jaws that they hung up like they caught them, and you could not tell me that that wasn't real, bro. Like, is this thing just gonna chomp if I get under it and take a picture or something? Like, we're not gonna know. Like superhumans in the future gonna be like, yes, there was the story of Alex Murphy who cleaned up crime in Detroit. He was known as the RoboCop. You
The
know, like really,
RoboCop.
you
Someone
know what I'm
just starts
saying?
calling themselves RoboCop, and it's like, yeah, that was me.
That was me.
I
Look,
had the mask.
I had the little visor and the gun was in my thigh, and I had to clean stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've actually been thinking about talking about that with you. Maybe 2026, we maybe do a RoboCop review. I don't think we have that on the docket, do we?
No, we do. I
And
did a ro-
oh, you do.
I did a RoboCop. We have to revisit it because I'm don't get me started on RoboCop, bro.
Dude,
I did one of my only episodes I did with Mike Prime. If you want to go back and listen to the Mike Prime review of RoboCop, we did years and years and years and years before we even had a visual like front. So I would love to revisit that movie.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, we could do all three of them, maybe the
That's what I'm
trilogy as a
saying.
whole. There you go. We'll think about it. We'll have to toss it around. Toss it around.
2026 is going to be a big year for us. I already know,
Yeah.
man. That's the year that Boris Yeltsin is going to like check out the channel and we're going to blow up. Dog. It's just like,
A lot of content.
a lot of content coming out, man. Speaking of content, bro, we have an episode tonight, dog. Episode 146. The mystery marketing monolith. I don't know what to make of this thing, dog. So we have a great episode lined up for us. What's that face, man? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a big lineup, man. It's a big lineup. It turned into a big week.
Perfect. So what we're going over tonight on episode 146 of the Master of the Nerdiverse podcast, we have the Bad Robot X Sony Games crossover that's going to be going on from X Left 4 Dead devs. We were just talking about bringing back Left 4 Dead, which is funny, kind of like the universe is listening. We want to take a moment to talk about the late great Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, who I was just watching him before. I didn't even know he passed away. I was watching one of his movies literally the other day, like yesterday, because he's just so goated. Um, Netflix just bought Warner Brothers, bro. Like, just bought it. Like cash. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about that. That's probably going to be the topic of the evening. And because it's weird and it's Michael coded, is this weird like art installation that Jeff Keighley put up in the desert, and nobody knows what it is. It literally looks like a hell gate. It looks like a hell mouth. And I don't think it's a good idea.
Hellgate, that's
Yeah,
funny.
I don't like it. I have thoughts
That's
and
funny.
concerns about it. So
Uh,
before we dive in, we do, I have to ask you, Wash, of these four topics as of right now, which one are you most interested to talk about?
I mean, I'm gonna go with Netflix for acquiring WB, and that's just because I'm gonna go in a rant because I haven't been able to go in a rant about it yet. But, we have a couple of times already broached this. And, if you're new to the channel, please click the like button, subscribe, share, tweet, X, post, Instagram, all that crap. Great. Now, to my point, Mike G be picking topics because he's picked the future like 5 or 6 weeks ahead of time multiple times now, and it's starting to just back end itself to topics that we have broached deep in depth. So yeah, tune in and stay watch, but right now that's probably the one. um I'm
That's the one.
most looking
No,
forward to
y'all gonna
talking
have to
about.
start calling me Mike Tradamus, bruh. They got to start
Ah,
calling me
Mike
Mike Tradamus,
Tradamus.
dog, with the hat in the incense and the frankincense, in the beach pizza, talking about Venice Beach. Get you some beach pizza, dog. Get you a sliz ice, burn some incense. Go. Have you ever been to the before we move on, have you ever been to the drum circle late at night at Venice Beach when
No, I
everybody
don't
comes
think so.
out?
Yeah, man.
It
Yeah,
is
all right.
weird and real grody.
Yeah,
And you're not
yeah,
supposed to be out there because that's when the
yeah,
ghouls come out. Note to
yeah.
self, if you're within the sound of my voice, if you ever visit Los Angeles, hey, I want to go to Venice Beach. It's neat. Leave when it's dusk. Because at night, Venice Beach is a very different place.
Look, the Lost Boys foretold a lot of things. I'm telling you. You talk about Santa Clara, California. When that sun goes down, California becomes a different type of the world than during the day, and that's just how it is.
Oh, Bradley's saying that the police shut it down now. They're not letting it do it. But that sucks because back in the day, as Wash was saying, it literally went from like beaches, sand, babes to like Resident Evil. Like I'm not playing. LA gets LA gets so weird past like 6 o'clock, dude. The night
Resident
scene
Evil. I love that.
literally Venice Beach turns into Resident Evil past 6. I'm just giving you guys heads up because it gets a little. He said they do it not too wild. It's a bit organized now. Yeah, it's like Hellraiser Bloodline. He's like hell is a bit more ordered than it was in your time, Princess. Back in
Yeah,
the
man.
90s, 2000s. Ugh.
They got their event permits now.
Yeah, they got event permits and they got documentation and shit. Back in the day, they just showed up. And motherfucker,
Yes.
you
And
might
if
get
you
stabbed.
disappeared, that was on you.
That was the ocean is a wide place, Doug.
That was
They,
on you,
they just
man.
throw your ass in the ocean and you never seen again. You you might get stabbed in a drum circle, Doug. Just
I was just
randomly.
talking about that. Like, dude, you gotta know who you're on a yacht with. You know what I mean? Say like you gotta know who you're on a yacht with. I am not just going to the middle of the ocean with
With
anybody.
anybody.
Hey, let's get on the boat. Let's go hang out. Nah, nah,
Uh,
nah,
is it just
nah.
me? Or is it really caught? Have you ever been on the Catalina Island boat, that little ferry that takes
No,
you
that's
out?
one thing I never did when I was there was the whole
It's
Catalina
so
Island thing.
claustrophobic, bro. It's such a little thing.
Yeesh.
And you mentioned like I don't just get on boats with anybody. If it's a giant pleasure cruise, I never have to see you. There's security, there's guns there. But on this little rinky-dink Catalina Island boat, if let's say the zombie apocalypse just breaks out, we can't hit land. It's gonna get rough real fast on that thing, Doug. Like cannibalism, it's gonna get nasty, bro.
Yeah, man. I always say, and apparently, and I know we got to hit the show, but
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
one of the things people get lost in the woods, especially in Los Angeles, all the time. You know what I mean? People get
Yeah,
lost in the woods. They go missing. They come back. They get held against their will. They come back. You want to know who you never hear from again? Those people who get stuck out in the middle of the ocean for like 14 to 30 days,
yeah.
people about there 6 months. Those people never get on like 2020 and tell their story. You just don't hear from them. They
No,
get back to land and they're like, oh, what I experienced out there, we do not want to talk about.
we don't want to
So,
talk about.
but
Those are the brave
apparently, so
souls who actually make it back because you just die.
terrifying experience, man. Can't imagine,
Yeah,
but
just floating
you
in
know,
the ocean for days.
sucks.
Fucking water everywhere and
Sucks.
not a drop to drink type shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I know we got to move on, but you ever see
Yeah.
the picture of that kid who was out in the woods for like 5 days? He's like 3 years old, and they find him. He's like a little. He has red hair, and they do before and after of him in the woods and him back from the woods, and he has like 1,000 yard stare. Like little man has seen some shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm talking about.
you
The
know what I'm saying?
experience. Yeah. So, mm.
Holy. Speaking of experiences, great segue into what we like to call Wash. How was your week?
How was my week? Well, I will keep it short since I ran it a tad bit, and there will probably be one of three or four this evening. But the first we will broach will be how was my week, man? Star Wars Outlaws. I am 3 hours into this game and I could gush about it for 10. I could easily just sit here and
Fuck,
gush
give it to me.
about freaking Star Wars Outlaws. It is the most Star Wars thing I felt since like listening to the audiobooks, even more so than the movies. You are immersed in this world and it's freaking awesome. I was just sitting there at the cantina, like I want to say like 10
Chilling,
minutes went by and I'm just like, this
chilling.
this is so freaking cool, man. How the hell did you guys pull this off? So that's the first thing. Just the environment. And, I'm 3 hours in. I haven't even broached this game. I have no idea what's coming. And the world is big, it's
Yes,
expansive, it feels big. It feels like Star Wars. And the music, that little intro.
yes.
Oh, fuck. With the lights, click, click. Like yeah, let's
It's just,
go. Let's
I'm so happy you like this game. I was so worried because, like, am I in a vacuum? Because I literally no lifed that game. You remember? I was talking
Yes.
crazy, and I was worried because I'm like, it was so reamed. Everyone didn't like it. Like, I don't understand. I'm like, am I having a weirder experience? But it's like, no, you could just be a fly on the wall in the cantina, and things are just happening, and you're like, I'm just gonna chill and watch and just listen to conversations, and it's so immersive.
And it's so Star Wars. So like, first off, it's very intuitive. Even though you're walking somewhere, you're like, oh, I need to go to this next spot, and you're not actually intending to go there, but you end up there, right?
Mhm.
So it's very intuitive in that way. Like I was walking, and I'm like, oh, well, that's
Oh,
what I need to go. All right,
yeah.
I didn't know in this huge world. So the game has a way of doing that. Um, what I'll say is I can see why people didn't like it. And I do have a couple of quick questions just to enjoy my playing
Yeah, I
experience.
got you.
But
Yeah.
it is so much a Star Wars experience to where like the beat of smart ass kid, get in trouble, run for my life, everything goes to hell. It feels like Star Wars and he nailed it.
Mhm.
Ubisoft. What?
Okay. I didn't know you had it in you.
I didn't know you had it in you, Ubisoft.
Okay.
Every time the intro comes in, I'm like, huh, I
Yeah.
slow freaking clap.
Slow
So,
clap.
um, to the things I can see people didn't like, and I'm assuming that you have to get through. First, Kay Adams. I love Kay Adams. She's a classic Star Wars character, but of
Yeah.
course, she's gonna come off smart ass, smart mouthy, like kind of an
That's
unlikable.
she
You know what I mean?
she's a street
I'm
rat.
sure. I'm sure by the end of this thing, she's gonna have her crew. She's gonna be awesome. You know what and it's gonna be fine. But if you don't bridge that gap, if you don't actually take that journey, you're never going to know. You're going to be left with that. Second
Mhm.
thing, there is something to be said about I don't want to call it difficulty level, and you can adjust it. You can
Yeah.
crank up the screws, and I'm assuming it's terrible if you do. I do not. I'm playing it on just normal,
Yeah.
and it 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 feels in moments more like a guided tour, just
It
because of
can.
how just
It can.
one button it can get right
Yeah.
now. The third thing I'll say is Ubisoft. You have Assassin's Creed, right? How did you not tighten the control? Just
A little
that
bit. A
much.
little bit.
Just that
Yeah.
much. You think of all, and it's like between those three things, if you are not like a Star Wars blah or gonna give this that shot or it's not your game, I can see. Look, Witcher turns me off. I love
Mhm.
RPGs. It's my favorite thing. I get on the damn horse. I start trying to walk Geralt around. I'm like, the freaking menu. It's like, you guys, I'm done. I don't care. So if you got to that point and dropped it, I get it. My question. So I remember where you were, the Pike base, and you're like, blah blah blah. So I am in the Pike base. That
Yep.
is where I'm at. All I want to know is because I told you I'm not a big stealth game guy, but they
Yeah.
have me in Star Wars. So I've been debating with myself as I'm going through it. I'm like,
Exactly.
can I do this for like 30 hours? I don't know, but I'm going to ask Mike. I'm assuming this is not the game. They're showing you this could be the game, but this is not the game, and they're getting it in front of you and out of the way. So you tell me, does it continue in this Hitman type of pace,
No,
or okay,
no, it's very malleable. So
okay,
it can be the game, but it feels like they want it to be the game. But if you want to go running guns ablazing and just be a badass, that takes time because she is a street rat. She has a spare parts blaster. It's her and her little fuzzy friend. You guys have to figure it out. I remember I was telling you it's very A New Hope. It's like we get our costumes, we sneak into the base, things go wrong. Okay, now we got to fight our way out, and
but
that's
I
kind of the
guess
workflow.
my point is that that sneaking is it.
It's not
Because it's
it's not
slow,
mandatory.
but
It's
it's
not.
slow, like
Yeah,
like slow sneaking. It's not
yeah.
even fast sneaking. It's
No,
like
it's not
I'm
fast.
literally like watching people and I have to wait. So
It's
that is
yeah,
my question. Is that the game?
it's not the
Ca-
game, but
Okay.
it's what they would want the game to be. You don't have to do that, mind you, but they need to teach you how to do it
But
because it's a way to do it. But once you start leveling your blaster and you start doing this and start doing that and utilizing your furry friend, you can walk up there like a G and just Boba Fett your way into the situation. It's not mandatory, but it does get fun. Like
okay.
like the lockpick mini game that you have to unlock
Oh,
these
great.
doors and all these little mini games you get to do as you sneak. Um, you'll get a perk where they catch you and you go, "Hey, you got me! Quick draw, bow, shot Han shot first." You could do stuff like that if that's how
Okay.
you want to play, or you can take guns off people. There's whole like it's almost like Ghost of Tsushima, where if you want to sneak around and be the ghost, you can. But if you just want to be a badass samurai and just cut people down and walk to the front, knock on the front door and say, "Hey, I'm coming through," you can. It's just they got to show you all your options before you choose your gameplay style. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
it is.
And
Yeah, it's not
that
the
was my
slowest.
question.
Yeah, it's not the slowest I've ever seen stealth wise. It's not like I think to me, Metal Gear is the slowest stealth you can possibly have. It just
I,
feels like I gotta wait until the cone disappears. I gotta crawl under this little thing that I can't have bodies laid out because they'll see the body. I gotta put the body away. It's very meticulous, and this is a little bit more free flowing with it.
Free flowing than that. Okay. The other two things I'll say, and then I'll be done. Number one, I love the fact that I can play all these games. Like, dude, I was
Yeah.
betting on the horses that I read
Hmm.
about. I can't remember what they're called. Sitting there betting on horses. I'm like, this. Are you kidding me? This is
Yeah.
all I've been wanting to do for 3 years while I drink. Still been listening to Star Wars every night. Is drink my beer and freaking with watch a little bit of horse racing. This is
Yeah.
great. So that's a fantastic fact. And two, um, yeah, play this. I think
You
it's great.
can.
I think Kay Adams is a fantastic character, and I
Yeah.
also love the fact that they showed what they showed in the beginning when the Empire being taken down by Pike. Because my mouth as a Star Wars dude, I was like, oh yeah,
Okay.
you shouldn't be able to do that, but it's a new world, I guess.
New world. Yeah. I have one question for you. Have you encountered the Empire yet?
No, not yet. I mean, no,
You
not
have, but
not yet.
not really. In the
Yeah,
open
no,
world, have you like okay,
no.
that is a turning point in that game where it's like, oh, this is where the difficulty is. Okay,
Okay.
the game actually makes you fear the Empire and work around them because they are
Well,
a problem. You know what I mean?
they're yelling at a lot of people.
Yes, and they're
They're
upset.
yelling at a
They're
lot of
fighting
people.
all of it, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so happy you're enjoying the game. Like I said, I literally 100%ed it. And I sometimes even go back and play Bazak, just um not Bazak. No Bazak, right?
Sabak.
Sabak. There's Bazak, that's Knights of the Old Republic, and there's Sabak, which is current OT. So yeah, I just go back and play Sabak and just cheat and have a good time and win and unlock stuff. It's just fun. You can just do whatever you want in
Yeah.
that game. It's good stuff,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So, um, great game. The other thing I did this week, and I'm assuming you might have done it too. You touch Cosmic Invasion?
No, 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 no.
Oh.
I got too many games to play, man. I've been watching a lot
Oh,
of it, and I haven't been
oh,
watching a lot of it because I was supposed to play the Outer Worlds this week, but it's gonna take it's like 70, 80 gigs, and I just haven't felt like
oh.
downloading it. Um, and I just doubled back and start doing new game. I wanted to touch the new game plus of did you play Cosmic, not to go into my week, but did you play Cosmic Invasion?
Yeah.
What do you think? Talk to me. I'm curious.
I like it. I've only played with two characters though, so I've only
Mhm.
got a little bit in. Played with Storm and Rocket because I'm sure
Okay.
everybody else is playing with everybody else. I love. There are things I love about it, such as just the ev- how individual each character is. Like Rocket throws these little bombs, and you can do combos, and it's Marvel Capcom 3 when you're flipping in and out.
Mhm.
You can flip in and out like so quickly, like accidentally. I'm pushing the button, and they're just
Doing
hit,
cool
hit
stuff.
doing cool stuff. And so in that aspect, it's super cool. I'm not a big fan of it's there's a slowness to it. There's a
Okay.
pacing slowness
Okay.
to how the characters move to where they need to dial it up like one extra notch to make it
Yeah.
flow just a tad bit better. But other than that, dude, I think you're gonna like that game. It's not a button masher because they keep the buttons. They try to keep, even if you push X a bunch of times, it doesn't mean your character's swinging, right? So like
Mhm.
Storm swings, right? Pause, swings, but it's
Tat,
impactful.
tat,
It's
tat, tat.
impactful, right?
Yeah,
Right.
gotcha.
It's a very much like a fighting game in that aspect. You very much feel a Marvel Capcom fighting game in this. So I definitely think you're gonna like it, and for sure just throw that in for an hour or two this weekend. You'll be like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Question for you.
Mhm.
I love side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Grew up. I'm an '80s kid, '90s kid. So you grow up playing Final Fight, Streets of Rage, the X-Men fighting game for crying out loud, right? Um, does
I
this
mean,
does it
bad, or not bad batch.
Bad Batch, Alien
Bad
versus
Boys.
Predator,
I was a
Bad
big
Boys.
Bad Boys fan. Anyway.
See, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Kuh, kuh. Does this game hold a candle to those old greats? Does it? Because my personal favorite side scrolling of all time is Turtles in Time. Turtles in Time is damn near untouchable to me. Does it hold a candle?
Unfortunately, I think that the pixelation, the 16-bit that I'm looking, or the 8-bit, whatever pixelation that I'm looking at, that's the way the graphics are made. For me, it keeps it back from that clean standard we got with Turtles in Time.
Hmm.
But if this was in a cabinet, hell yeah, you'd put quarters in it and play it.
Okay, good.
It again, yeah, and I think I honestly I think it matters with some forms of games and media now. If you have a crap television like I do, or a crap like computer screen, and you're just not running like the resolution to get the fullness,
Yeah,
you're missing it. As our friends at Xbox like to say, Borderlands 2,
Borderlands
your
2,
fault.
plebeian gamers, Doug. Yeah, Bradley said all TMNT games are goaded. Yes, TMNT is up there with Star Wars, where they just haven't made a bad game ever. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's hard to find a
like
bad
Turtles in
Star Wars
Time,
game.
what is it called? The Manhattan Project,
Manhattan Project.
even the arcade version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is turbo goated. Remember the first stage? It's like you're in that fiery room and you're
Yeah,
fighting like Rocksteady and Bebop, and April
yeah,
gets stolen and they just jump out the window. Like
yeah.
you can't beat that. So I'm happy they're still making like side scrollers. Um, it's just that it's just it's hard to bring back that feel. You know what I mean? Like that. It's a
And I
tactile
think,
speed to it. You
and this
know?
is why I think you're going to like this game, because they go so deep, and a bunch of nerds made this game because you can
Mhm.
feel the Marvel Capcom like touch on it in the fighting style, and with each character having their own individual, like, breakdown, Silver Surfer, Black Panther, Iron Man. Like, there's 15,
Yeah.
18 of these damn things that they slowly, let out. And I'm sure they're going to have a bunch more for $4.99 or $6.99 or $19.99 power pack. But
Power pack.
uh, I don't know how long it is. I don't know. I don't get a real flow of the story yet, except the Nihilus is back.
I love
So,
Nihilus. He's a great villain. I hope they do him in MCU. Nihilus real. Um, very
how was
good.
your week?
My week was good. My week is very quick. And just to finish up, gives me a reason to boot up my Switch. Because I think it's on Switch. I can
Hmm,
get that game. So maybe like I'm not sure how much it costs. I'm gonna get it on Switch.
I
Why not?
bet you that'll be a better experience than like the PC
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
handheld version. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Video games wise, like I said, I wanted to boot up the Outer Wilds because Wash, you just put it in my head. Like, it's free on Xbox Game Pass. I was expecting to break bread. I was just like, oh man, okay, I could just download that. It's like 70, 80 gigs. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't. Work week was really busy this week. So, video game wise, I just jumped back and wanted to try that new Game Plus mode for Ghost of Tsushima. Not Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yote. And I wanted this time to play it in English subtitles because when I originally played it, it was in color and it was in Japanese, and it was an extremely good subtitled, beautiful experience. And now that I'm playing it double back, what I did was I'm playing it in Kurosawa mode, which is black and white
Black and white.
with English subtitles with the Samurai Champloo soundtrack, where it sounds like hip hop, kind of like Samurai Champloo. So I'm doing a completely different experience, and I don't know. I had to turn it back to color because that game is so pretty. It's like when you mute it like that, it takes away from so much of the visual
Why
candy.
why do you think they did that then as a mechanic? I mean, is there a reason when you're going through it it feels or looks better in the black and white than the color?
Yeah, it's a throwback. It's a throwback to the old Akira Kurosawa movies. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Lady Snowblood and
Okay.
Wolfing Cub and Rashomon and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So if you want to go back and play it old school black and white with the Japanese, that's a vibe. You know what I mean? So it's just the game is so damn pretty and bright and vibrant. To rob it from that and just have this monotone black and white, it looks cool, mind you. They put a film grain on it, so it feels like it's from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? But it's also muddying all that detail and all that fidelity. So it's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm
Film
saying?
grain immediately off on
Off.
any game.
Okay,
Off.
pro tip. Film grain
Off.
off. Motion blur off.
Off.
Turn that off. Chromatic aberration off. Just turn it off. And you're gonna get a way cleaner. This is just a pro tip for all video games, mind you. Turn turn those three off. I promise you'll get a cleaner experience.
It ruined my Starfield experience for like the
Yeah.
first 3
I
hours. I was
remember
like,
we
"This
were
is
both
freaking
like, the color
awful."
is weird.
Yeah.
Remember that was my biggest gripe. I was like, the colors feel muted. Is it my Xbox? Is it broken? I had to go,
Yeah.
I spent like the first 5 weeks troubleshooting the settings
Yeah.
on my TV, on the game. I was tight, dude. So
Yeah.
turn that crap off. It's funny. I watched a movie this week and it was so bad. Oh, I just remembered. Thank goodness. Not bad is different. I watched Good Boy. I watched Good Boy.
Oh, good boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harkins back. All right. What do we
Yeah.
got? What do we
Good
got with the
Boy, man.
dog?
The dog that can. This movie is completely different than what I thought it was going to be. It's completely different. It was almost feels like a bait and switch.
I was about to ask because if that's the case, that's no good. That's no
I got
good.
it. Let me
Brian
talk
doesn't
to you
like
about it.
said things.
I don't
No.
like uh I will explain without spoiling, right? So there's this thing that people say that animals have this heightened sense of smell, of hearing, of whatever, and they usually can tell things within people. Usually your dog knows you're pregnant before you are. Um Usually dogs know if you're sick before you are. Whoop de whoop. Did the dog die? I would just spoil that, Bradley. No, they did not touch the pupper, because if that pupper got touched on any level, I was out. I was clean out. You don't touch the pupper, Doug. He's too beautiful. The dog is too pure. That's a good boy. That's one thing we take. It's literally the title of the movie. He's good boy. He's doing his best. But what the movie is about, it's so dumb. The movie is about his owner, but you never see the face of. It's almost like a child. It reminds me of Muppet Babies, where you never see the face of Nana. You know what I'm saying? It's all from the point of view of the dog, right? The entire movie's from the point of view of the pupper. So you're seeing it from his height. Dogs can't look up. It's weird. It's weird, bro. And the movie is about the lingering. The owner is terminally ill, and the specter of illness is what the dog is seeing. It's not a ghost. It's not a boo haunted house. It's that the owner is terminally ill, and the dog is trying to register what's going on in dog mode. It sounds corny. It sounds dumb.
Sad.
It's very sad.
It sounds like one of those movies that has a meaning that you weren't.
Someone thought this way too much. Someone overthought this movie, right? This is one of those movies where it's like, just make it about spook haunted house, Doug. You don't have to go into like the fears of terminal illness and all this crazy stuff. From a dog's point of view. And mind you, he's doing his best. He gets in trouble because he's overreacting, and the dog is seeing spooky ghosts and seeing shadows of the past and stuff. It's just a lot. And it's just
no
like,
longer interested.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you, my man.
This no longer interested.
Good boy.
Thank you.
Was a good boy, but it really felt like a bait and switch. Like, oh, this is what this is about. I'm not down for that. I'm a hypochondriac. I don't want to have to worry and think about this in my horror movie. And it's not even, I would say it made me jump once. And it was a cheap jump. It was a cheap jump scare. And I was like, and it scared the pupper, and I got mad. I was mad because I jumped, and I was mad because it scared the little dog. You don't scare him. You leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
What is this thing clocking in at?
Bruh, it was like 90, a hot 120, maybe.
Okay. A hot 120? You can't tell me a hot 120 with this premise. I want nothing
to stretch it, bro.
I would have preferred like 45.
Yeah, they're school monsters. No, you know what? The dog literally goes into Tartarus for his owner, dog. Like, he's up there with like top 5 pets of all time in my book. Right. You know, there's Jonesy from Alien. You know, there's General from Cat's Eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, animals that will fight bears for you. You know what I'm saying? Benji. You know what I'm saying? The pets that will fight dinosaurs for you and shit.
Those and I guess that's where I was looking at you with Jonesy as a cat guy. Like, does Jonesy actually do anything against Alien?
He hissed at the alien, and the alien ran away. That's all we
got. The alien did run away. Okay.
Yeah, Jonesy saw the alien. It went, and the alien took off.
Okay. All right. I thought Jonesy took off after that. That's the way my memory read it. So, okay. All right.
Jonesy's only in 1. Jonesy's in 1. He's in a little bit of 2, and he dies in 3. Garbage. They did Jonesy wrong. That's why Jonesy gets an honorable mention.
Garbage.
You know what I'm saying? Garbage.
Yeah.
They did Jonesy bad, dog. But the best cat of all time is General from Cat's Eye, because that thing fought a demon for freaking Drew Barrymore and won, bro. You ever seen Cat's Eye with Drew Barrymore, where the ghoul is living in her house and it's like messing with her while she sleeps? And Jonesy has
like 87. Yes,
it's so good. Jonesy's, and mind you, this is when I was a kid. Jonesy burned himself into my mind as like the best cat of all time, dog. But yeah, Jonesy's the realest. If you like cats.
Best cat of all time is Top Cat.
I mean, if you're going animated, it's got to be what, Heathcliff, dog. I'm a big Heathcliff guy, dog. You know, Scar from the Lion King. That's a lion, Bradley. That's a different.
That was a different type of game.
We're playing 2 different kinds of games here, dog. That's a damn lion. That doesn't count. You know, Jonesy can't fight a damn lion. Speaking of fighting the lion, man, let's just get right into it. Netflix announces $82.7 billion deal to acquire Warner Brothers. Wash, is this the beginning of the end?
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
I I hate this
Mhm,
personally. Me. I hate this. Is
mhm.
this the beginning of the end? I doubt it, man. You know, it's $82 billion. So
With a
I'm just gonna
B.
I'm just going to explain this very quickly. Because John Campea, on the John
Can't be
Campea
it.
show,
Yeah,
also on YouTube, was covering this. He's a big David Zasloff fan who saved WB,
garbage.
and he brought up to me, oh yeah, or not brought up to me, but brought up AT&T used to own WB
Yep.
until it's like, oh, you know what? I forgot about the dark times, I guess. Okay. So David Zaslav brought it back, a hole, did a bunch of bad deals, did a bunch of terrible, terrible people wrong, projects in the closet that were whatever. We can go on. But here's the point: $82 billion from Netflix. Mike, some of your favorite properties,
Mhm,
DC properties, is
mhm.
in here.
I know.
I didn't even bring down the. I meant to get the list together, but I've been so just beside myself about it, I didn't. Those long list of properties, right? How does
Yeah.
Netflix make back $82 billion on a streaming service that they charge 24.99 for, or whatever the hell the price is? Wait for it, 82 billion, not one.
82.
How much did Superman make?
Not 82 billion. It didn't even
Did
crack a
Superman
billion.
make a billion?
It
So
didn't crack a
Superman
billion.
did, so you need 82 Superman pluses
Yep.
to make your money back on this deal? Streaming service
Streaming service.
that already is questionable in some people's eyes about
Quality.
qua- yes, quality. I don't want to. I'm not. Artists, don't come at me. I love you, artists. Don't come at me. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just how Netflix churns out product
Mhm.
for the consumer. There, to me, and the CEO of Netflix, can't remember his name. He said, "Well, the old model's dead. Make a movie for $200 million, put it in the theater for 2 months, wait for the consumer to go, get that money back, pay all those people. That's dead. So this is more efficient." And it's like, Netflix, you don't even own the market share of like streaming, do you?
Not
Like,
anymore.
do you
Not
even own
anymore.
that? And it, so what are we
No.
doing here? So my issue isn't so much the acquisition, but it's much like a Elon Musk Twitter thing where I'm a Twitter user, was an avid Twitter user. X is garbage now. Was an
Mhm.
avid Twitter user. $60 million billion for a social media network? You're not making your money back on this, thus making it a very poor investment, and thus making Netflix going to take the properties you love, I love, and you love, and turn them into
Cash grabs.
a good portion of them. Not saying all, but a good portion.
Here's the thing. Warner Brothers has been the redheaded stepchild since Batman and Robin, right? Like there was a time where it was Disney versus Warner Brothers. You know what I mean? And those were the big two. Crap. Who Framed Roger Rabbit
Yeah.
was made because these were the titans of the industry. And ever since Warner Brothers lost that grip, they've never been in a happy home. You know what I mean? They were going bankrupt because people just weren't watching Bugs Bunny anymore. People didn't care anymore. They lucked up with the Harry Potter series. That was good until it wasn't. They literally dried that bone until it would turn into dust. They mishandled Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? We're not going to talk about the DC universe. And then you fast forward to the Discovery AT&T purchase, which is a nightmare, right? They just didn't know what to do with these franchises, and then you get to the Discovery merger, which was hazardous from the jump. They never managed WB correctly. Like you said, they were shelving movies. The People versus Acme, Batgirl. You know, these are films that are just made, and God knows whatever else is on the shelf somewhere. It's almost like they bought it to sell it. You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat 1. You know what I mean? So we enter Netflix, who's lost their market share because streaming has destroyed entertainment. Let's just call a spade a spade. People aren't going to the movies anymore because they got spoiled on streaming. People aren't watching streams because they're no longer giving us the one season in one day format that destroyed people's attention spans. You know what I mean? Now they want to double back and say, no, okay, we're going to release these once a week again. No, the genie's out the bottle. Nobody cares anymore. You know what I mean? So, like you said, this is it could have been worse. This could have went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't know. It could have went anywhere else. But it just is not good. And when I say the beginning of the end, I'm not saying the beginning of the end for Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers will thrive. I think this is the beginning of the end for Netflix. I
I
think
actually think I'm with you. I am with you. I think this is a poor buy on Netflix's side, and I have zero idea what their plan is to recoup any of this besides look at you and go, yeah, you want to see Batgirl? Here it is. Sign
on
up for
Netflix.
Netflix for
Yeah.
39.95.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, no, I have a billion other things I can watch. And to your point about streaming, like the video games going through the exact same thing, Xbox Game Pass, it's the exact same thing, just different media that's happening. And the industry, Netflix, you spent $82 billion when I can just about, if not now, this time next year, type a type of game I want to play, any type of game I want to play in the GPT, and have it made for me pretty much like that and play it free of charge. And now you're like, oh, you know what? I think this is a great time to just buy a bunch of like I don't understand. I'm so confused by the 82 billion, bro. So confused.
Question.
Not that Warner Brothers doesn't deserve it.
I mean, Warner Brothers. It's Warner Brothers, man. Get that money.
Pop-
You know what
yeah,
I'm
bro,
saying?
pop
Pop
your
them.
champagne
You know,
evening.
first we
Like,
pop.
I'm not blaming you. I just don't
First
get
we
it.
first we pop shots and then pop bottles. Question for you: have you ever played a Netflix game?
No,
Ever?
no.
Right? So I'm thinking Netflix is like, okay, we can get into the gaming sphere too, because we've been trying to break into gaming for years. Nobody gives a crap. So now we just inherit WB games. We inherit Mortal Kombat. We inherit Injustice. We inherit the Arkham Knight. We inherit Harry Potter. And it could just work for us now. And it's like, it doesn't work that way because it's not earned. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they're doing
Warner Brothers hasn't been able to do anything with their gaming side, and
in the
they
last 10
knew
years.
this. They
Yeah. It
what's the Warner Brothers Batman game we got with the four Gotham Knights? Complete abysmal
Gotham Knight was a
failure.
complete bomb. Um, 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 Suicide Squad versus the Justice League, monumental bomb. Even the Harry Potter game, because of all the hoo ha ha with the creator, bombed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the
So you're
mismanagement
gonna
has,
take over their gaming section? You don't
yeah,
make games, Netflix. You don't
bro.
make games.
Even Mortal Kombat 1 was considered a failure.
Yes, it
Mortal
was.
Kombat, which sells like gangbusters whenever those words are put together on a game. So you're taking a already damaged product and you have a faulty product, and you think putting together this burnt chicken and burnt mashed potatoes is gonna make a tasty meal? No, neither of you know what you're doing. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And it's like, I don't know where the leadership is to right either ship, and it feels like you're just adding a diseased, like you're adding a diseased heart to your body, and it's
I
only
would
going to give out on you.
And I want to shout out Bradley. Hey, look, I am not judging. Fine. I hope it works out. I hope it works
Yeah,
out. I hope James Gunn continues. I hope everything just works out and everybody's lovely and Netflix becomes the best thing ever and we have Netflix theaters that we all go to, right? The chances of that happening in our current technological and economical circumstance, in my eyes, is
it's
small
nil. It's
because
nil.
I can generate a movie just, I don't even need to. Like, it's just there. There's a billion of them. So I get it, and I'm with you, Bradley. The last point I will make about this, and then I will be done, is $82 billion your streaming service. You don't even make that much money to begin with. I- Isn't this the thing about streaming? They don't. It's not profitable.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
had
my
to be
point.
profitable in a
We're
while,
not
man.
buying the Lakers, right? Right? You're buying the WB history, the property, the IP, you own it all. What do you know about comics? Netflix? You're going into DC Netflix DC Comics? Like when you go to pick up your next comic, it's like has a big giant
There's a
N
big
in the
giant N
left
on a
hand
red N
corner.
on the red.
A
Yeah,
red N with a blue DC. Like, yeah, let's go. No, no.
no, no. What
Uh,
Stranger Things X Justice League. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit, dude? Who cares, man? But
We'll
I
see what
will,
happens with James Gunn in the coming weeks. I think that the coming weeks, they're probably going to wait till the holiday season. It is the holiday
bro,
season. But come January 1,
bro.
oh, well, James Gunn is good, or if the X has been shelved, then it's like, yeah, I'm
But
not
you
shocked.
know what you know what the bubble it is, right? You know what the hubbub is? That the Snyderverse has awoken because of
Oh,
Rebel Moon and
fuck's
how
sakes.
goated Rebel Moon is. But Snyderverse is back online, baby. Meat's back on the menu, boys. It makes sense, right? Meat's back on the menu. Snyderverse is gonna awaken. The evil Gunverse is gonna fail, and Snyderverse is gonna rise from the ashes like the almighty phoenix, bro. That's what
You
these
know,
Snyderverse cats are talking about right now, dog.
I live in the middle of the Midwest in a small apartment. I have no idea what I'm talking about. So I'm just a consumer.
Mind
Bring
you,
it on. Bring it on.
even though the
Bring
Rebel
it on.
Moon saga totally tanked, and they just recently just cut ties with Zack Snyder. Whatever you want to think, guys, you know what I'm saying. Whatever floats your boat. You know what I'm saying. Speaking of floating eternal boats, not going to dwell too long on this, but want you to talk about the goat himself. Kari Haruyuki Tagawa passed away at age 75 due to complications of a stroke. You may know him from The Last Emperor, Memoirs of a Geisha, Man in the Castle, Sang Shung from Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? This guy's been in my childhood since the 90s, man. Like, this guy is the greatest, man. I was literally watching Balls of Fury for no reason, just happened to
Oh,
be
there you
on.
go.
And he's in Balls of Fury for no reason. And I'm like, oh shit, Shang Tsung is in this movie. I forgot. Comedy. And of course, the next day you find out he passes away. Jeez Louise. Do you have any fond memories of watching his films?
A ton, and he was a good working actor. He was in over 100 films, I guess, not to mention television shows. He got work, and a couple of the things I want to shout out. I'm glad to see the Last Emperor on there because
Hmm.
that's
That's a big one.
goated. If you haven't watched it, watch Last Emperor. It's like 4 freaking hours long, but it's definitely worth the watch. I don't know if it holds up. It was a late 80s, early 90s spectacle. I don't know if it's still going to hold up to the eye like some of the stuff we see today, but still a great movie. Um, Aldrich Wren, he played Sabine Wren's father in Star Wars Rebels. So
Oh,
shout
really? You
out
did
to
the
you,
voice?
my friend. Yes, he did the voice. And then my other low key favorites, Kickboxer 2, The Road Back.
Oh yeah. Kickboxer
I'm a
2
huge
rules,
Kickboxer
dude.
fan, and if you've been part of the Kickboxer 1, 2, and 3, like he was in Kickboxer 2, and that's just one of the things I saw him from. So, you see him still working in films. Well, not anymore, God rest his soul. But I'm sure he's been in stuff that's super recent that'll still be coming out here shortly because he was a good working actor. And yeah, rest in peace. We lost a good one with a good one.
Lost a
Definitely
good
worth a
one.
Mortal Kombat rewatch.
Also, he came back to reprise the role of Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 11. I think it was Mortal Kombat 11. He came back and reprised the role, which was super sick. So, rest in peace to him, and watch yourself some Mortal Kombat this weekend. You will enjoy it. Yeah. So I want to touch real quick on this news that PlayStation announced its partnership with Bad Robot Games to publish a 4-player co-op shooter from the guys who made Left 4 Dead. So they look like it's going to be a brand new IP. Wash, are you excited for more Left 4 Dead in some form or some fashion in the future?
Uh, Dude, I was just talking. We I don't know if we were on the phone or not, but like Left 4 Dead. This was the last time I had a good time playing video game. Was Left 4 Dead multiplayer video game? like that experience. That was the last time I was up with the bros, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, being
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, I gotta work in like 2 hours, man. I need to shut this shit down and get to bed." Freaking love it. And low key, J.J. Abrams, one of my absolute favorites. If you don't know, Alias is my number one television show of all time. Or season one, two, and three. Four and five are absolutely questionable, but we'll take it. Five is very questionable, but we'll take it.
Hmm.
That said, anything coming from this studio, I'm open to. But episode seven, notwithstanding, Bad Robot has also been a tad bit underwhelming at
Yeah.
times, and I will
Hmm.
always cheer for Bad Robot. But this partnership, on the heels of a Steam Deck machine that's going to be coming out at some point, you know,
We'll
I'm in.
see. I'm in. You know what I mean? Because it could be anything. I don't know if it'll even be horror. It's going to be a four-player co-op shooter, maybe somewhere in the realm of science fiction, maybe even a period piece. Abrams is super creative, so it's going to be something that's going to be out of this world, maybe literally.
And the important thing is, like, the former Left 4 Dead designer, like,
Yeah,
that is the thing, because that's a goated multiplayer game. So if we can get that type of experience, I'll take it 110%.
there was nothing more tense than playing Left 4 Dead back in the day with the lights off, man, because it
Oh,
was a
so
slow
good.
burn. Because you know what I'm
So
saying,
good.
like going through, we got a boomer. It's like epic, moments coming across a witch and having everybody having to tiptoe because we just don't have enough ammo and armor to deal with her. Then of course your knucklehead buddy shoots the witch and wakes her up, and we all die. You know what I mean? All right,
Yeah.
trying to survive the onslaught until the level ends.
Onslaught.
You know what I'm saying? Like goated gameplay. So I would love to jump on with Wash and just play a game like that on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Hey bro, let's assemble the news team and let's get it. You know what I mean? Not many games like that talk to me anymore. And so I'm very excited about this to see whatever comes about it. Hopefully maybe we'll get something at the Game Awards, which are coming on soon.
We shall see. Couple of weeks. Not even.
Speaking
It's 12/5.
speaking of the Game Awards, bro. So how do I approach this? Mysterious Game Award statue reportedly isn't teasing Elder Scrolls, it's not teasing Diablo, it's not teasing God of War. There's this art installation which looks like something out of Clive Barker. Looks like something out of Hellraiser, just showed up in the middle of the Mojave Desert. And all Jeff Keighley had to say in regards to this was regal, inspiring thickness. I don't know what any of that means, right? So my question to you, Wash, is how disappointed are you going to be when this is a promo for Sovereign Battle Raiders on the on the iOS and in Android phone systems? How
I
bummed out are you going to be?
look, at first when I saw it on the lineup, I was like, "Oh," and then I looked at the story and I looked at the name behind the story. No shade to Jeff, good guy. Sure, you're out there doing your job, but I was like, "Is this gonna be like a Mountain Dew like product placement that happens? Like,
Yeah,
does a can of Mountain Dew like fire?" It's like Mountain Dew, drink the demon juice, and
Rain,
it's like,
Purple
"Hey,
Storm.
Game Awards, and now we bring to you Animal Crossing," and it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the type of shit that the Game Awards be
it
doing
does.
sometimes. So that's the first thing I want to say. I want to put that in the realm of possibility that it's just simply a product placement. On a more serious note, as far as what game I think this is, judging just by that guy who's in the front lower third, who's like the demon head going back. I mean, it looks like a Demon Souls game, right? Isn't
It
that the dude
looks,
from the
yeah.
cover?
It looks like something that'll be from like from Soft or something. But there's a
Yeah,
giant gator out front for some reason,
that
Doug.
is
Like
kind of weird.
there is a tiger mouth up there somewhere. It reminds me of the pillar from Hellbound Hellraiser. when
Yeah.
the Cenobites are set and they're on that pillar and it has all these meat and spikes and faces and all
Yeah.
that stuff. And mind you, they lie. So they could be like, oh no, it's not God of War, you know? Oh no, it's not Diablo. And of course it's God of War. Of course it's Diablo. Right? They lie to keep the hype, right? But like you said, this is Jeff Keighley. So it could be something silly, like, you know, and from the depths of hell, we bring you Mountain Dew Fire Cherry. You know what I'm saying? It just and it just pisses everybody off.
It's like our new
So
sponsor for like for the Game Award. It opens with this, right?
yeah,
And then
it
your
has to, right?
statement, a thing of Mountain Dew pops up, our new sponsor for the Game Show Awards, and then we're all like,
Hell hot
click.
Doritos. It's just like, Jesus, guys. You know what
I
I'm
hate to be
saying?
cynical, but yeah,
I hate to be cynical, but it's a
I don't
brand new
trust Jeff.
IP. I don't trust Jeff,
I
and
don't trust Jeff.
I don't trust marketing either because
No.
you know what I'm saying?
The Game Awards is notoriously bad at this type of just cheesiness. So, that's why it's in the realm of possibility. I don't produce their show. They're the ones that produce their show. And granted, the show's gotten a little better over the years. I'm not talking about Sydney Goodman or the host or anything. I'm just talking
Yeah,
about from
just the production.
strictly watching the Oscars. Like,
Mhm.
it's like, yeah, this needs an upgrade. We need, as Mike likes to say, we need a couple of more dollars
$10
on
more
this
dollars
thing,
on it.
and
Yeah.
maybe Jeff shouldn't be putting that in his pocket because he seems to be doing pretty well for an MC. I don't know.
I don't know. It could be some kind of weird
Do
Hideo
you think this
Kojima
is a
thing.
game? Yes.
I think yes, I think it's a game, but it's not the game you want.
All right.
That's the problem. I think it's not going to be the game you want. You know what I mean? It's not going to be anything cool. It's not going to be anything that's going to revolutionize the PS5, or it's not going to be some Steam machine rollout. I think it's just going to be, you know, Dawnbreak or, Elven Guard or some bullshit that they put out that's going to be a Souls like, first person 4 player, you know what I'm saying, loot goblin game that no one gives that, you know what I'm saying? It's
Another reason
easy
Outlaws is so refreshing is because the world is not. We
that.
don't get to see that. You know what I mean?
No.
Video game worlds are so reproduced as they get when we go through our cycles. Outlaws, you're like, this is Star Wars 100%, and I don't get this anywhere else.
One thing one thing I would say is that it's so Star Wars and it's so familiar, but it's also so unfamiliar. You know what I mean? About Outlaws. It's not like it's like, oh, I recognize that, but you still don't know where you're going. You still don't know what to expect. Crap, there's some stormtroopers just hanging out over there. Maybe I should avoid them. I don't know. It's still a
I
lot of
feel
intrigue.
right at home. I literally feel like I walked into my novels and it's like, oh, this is
I'm
the
so
world I
happy.
visit every day. And I thought there was a pike I recognized from Star Wars, but I'm waiting to see. So
That's why I'm waiting
anyway,
for you to play it, man, because I know so much went over
we're
my
gonna
head, and you're gonna like see stuff and be like, Mike, did you know that on this planet so and so is there? Like who? And you're gonna drop knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Speaking of
Oh.
speaking
Huh.
of I don't even have a segue for this shit. Um Hollywood insiders are calling this Rush Hour 4 push to be a terrible idea as its budget is like ballooning up to 100 million, and apparently this is being kind of like pushed and like forced by our president who shall not be named. This is the weirdest bit. I put it on the docket because it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know like who is screaming for this outside of like government involvement. Like, have you ever seen anything like this in like Hollywood where it's like the president said you got to do it, so you got to do it. It's
I
weird,
mean,
right?
I mean, I they said something about Obama and his picks for the NCAA one year, and then mysteriously that team won, and it was like, yeah, they did that for the president. It's like, I guess maybe, but um, look, if our
I don't.
president would like to bring Rush Hour 4 to Revelation, I guess You know,
He
he
seems
knows
pretty adamant about
entertainment.
it, man.
If nothing else, he knows entertainment, right? So you want to produce this thing, go ahead. $100 million for Rush Hour 4? Come on. Like
I
what
don't know what to make of this, man. Like, I get, like, okay, what has Chris Tucker done
I-
in the last 25 years?
like 50 million, 50 million, we got 100,000 on
Yeah.
sets.
What is Jackie Chan gonna do? Have you seen him lately? My man is an old man, dude.
He's an
He's
older,
chilling.
older
He's
gentleman.
chilling,
Yeah.
dude. He's
Yeah.
turbo old. Like, why is this being pushed,
Uh,
man? It's
did you
so
like Rush Hour
scary.
3? Let's talk about this really
Okay, okay,
quick.
okay.
Rush
Yeah,
Hour 1.
loved it.
Quick
Goated.
thought.
Goated.
Rush
Yeah,
Hour 2.
less as good.
I would agree. Rush Hour 3.
Worst of the three. It was
I
kind of a
would
downward
agree.
spiral. To
It
me,
was not.
we
It
didn't
was
need
not.
sequels for a movie like that. To be
No.
honest, it's not Beverly Hills Cop. You know what I'm saying? Even those
Not
sequels were
Lethal
bad.
Weapon.
It's not Lethal Weapon. You don't need Lethal Weapon. You know, these you don't need Rush Hour 4 like there was Lethal Weapon 4, you know? And it's so removed from time. It's like, what is this even about? It seems like government forced. It's very freaky why they're pushing
Honestly,
this
Mike,
movie.
I
Why
forgot
is the
Chris
president
Tucker's name
involved?
until you just said it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's Chris Tucker. That's his name."
Yeah,
It's been a minute. It's been a minute,
yeah.
man.
He hasn't made
So I don't
anything
know.
since this. He's
I
been
don't
like
know.
chilling and getting in trouble and speeding and doing
I
drugs and being born again. He's all over the place, man. I don't know what to make of any of this, man. It's so weird.
I don't. I
It's
don't
just
have
I don't.
comments to this, but I guess if they want to make it, man,
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna tell
who am
Jackie
I
Chan. I'm not gonna tell Jackie Chan not to do stunts.
not
You
to
want to
do
do
stuff?
stunts?
You
Go
want to
do
do stuff?
stunts, man. I go do
I'm not.
stunts. I'll watch your stunts.
I'm not going to
As
tell
far
Chris
as the
Tucker to.
movie,
I'm not going to tell Chris Tucker not to make extremely racist, jokes, and to the point where they have to be future proofed because they're so blatantly racist. I'm not asking him to bring that back, but they're going to have to because it's rush hour, right? So I guess that's what America needs right now. It's just blatant racism and staunch imperialism. It's just why is this being pushed
being
by the
headed
government?
by the right man.
Why is this being pushed by the government? It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't like it. We're moving on. We're about at time anyway. I don't like it. It's super weird. Why are they pushing that movie? Last but not least, I wanted to talk about this because this isn't really news, but I want your opinion as an actor. And I know you've hung out with actors and you're SAG, you're a SAG good to go. Quentin Tarantino pretty much apropos of nothing rips Paul Dano, who's become such a great, one of the younger actors of our time, and just rips him a new one for his "There Will Be Blood" performance, pretty much saying that the movie would have been perfect if it wasn't for him, and he's just one of the weakest effing actors in SAG. It's like, do these people just not like each other sometimes, or do you think there's more to this statement than we understand?
No, just speaking frankly, when this happened, I was like, I don't know why we need your top movies. I don't know who asked you that question or why it's in my feed as like a trending topic, but okay. But I think Quentin Tarantino has like lost his damn mind or something because he just seems to be a little bit less Tarantino than he's been in the past. He's putting films on video games. He's coming out and talking crap, not only about this film, but a couple of other films and film directors and the way films were made. Sorry, I don't have those direct quotes. I did not see this in the lineup previous to the rundown, previous to right now. Um, and his thoughts about this will be blood is a perfect movie. It's a great movie. It's a good
Yeah,
movie. I like the movie. I don't know if it's a perfect movie. So frankly, my thoughts on this is that for me, being Quentin a Tarantino fan, having watched Tarantino stuff my whole life and listened to Tarantino, his actions and comments of late don't seem to really jive with the Tarantino I'm fully familiar with. So I
yeah.
don't know who has upset him to come out and do these things. Maybe it's AI. I don't know, but He seems
I
to be
don't
very
know.
upset about things.
How old is Twitten at this point? He's got to be like in his 50s, 60s,
Yeah, he's got to be pushing 60, I would imagine.
60, maybe 70,
Yeah,
right?
I would gotta.
I think he's
I think
getting
70's a little old.
I don't know.
You
He
know,
was kind of he's
age.
been yeah, he's been around for a while, man. He's got to be at least 60, right?
I guess he could be 62.
There you go.
62.
So I think he's just getting into
62.
his crotchety old man bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants to be Martin Scorsese so bad to where he gets to decide what's cinema and what's not. You know what I mean? And he's paid his dues, and I deserve to have an opinion on anything that you ask me, asked or not. And it's cool to hate on people who you just can't work with. You know what I mean? It's cool to bring it's people. Some people just like to push others down to bring themselves up. You know what I mean? It-
I'm
I don't.
glad that you said that because that's exactly what I was trying to vocalize. He feels his comments and actions of late feel like he's a tad jaded. About
Yeah,
what? I guess it could be Scorsese. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, got
yeah.
it.
He just seems crotchety. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just like back in my day, this is how we made great movies, and all these other movies suck. And this kid is just skating through Hollywood. He needs to do hotness, and he's horrible. It's like, what are you talking about, man?
This movie's what now?
10 year,
15,
15
18
years
years
old?
old? Like, what are
Why
we
now?
doing? Why are you Paul
Why
Dano's
now?
been in a lot of stuff since then. Paul Dano's
The
acted.
great work is evolved. He's doing he's
What are
gangbusters.
we doing right now?
Hey,
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that Britney Spears phase in the 2000s. That
hey, man. You know, I
terrible.
love the Burbs, but Tom Hanks, not his best work, man. Tom Hanks, he kind of brings that movie down. Oh shit. Hey, shut up,
Like,
man. Like, let the kid
yeah,
work, man.
yeah.
He don't like the cut of his jib. It may just be that, Doug. Quentin just may not like the cut of this guy's jib. I don't vibe with Paul Dano, man. You know, it's like different strokes for different folks. But you as a prominent voice in film, in cinema, have weight to the things you say. And if you have an opinion, you can have that. But you tear down a fellow actor with that weight almost seems irresponsible to me. Apropos of nothing.
Look, hey, I'm gonna tell you a little something, something about a little something, something. We can click back about 3 flicks to Netflix buys for $82 billion. Some of these folks are under some pressure. They're under fiscal pressure. They're
Okay.
under time pressure. They're under production pressure. They're under fan pressure. They're under their own creative pressure. And I think some of them wake up some mornings and lose their mind because a microphone is put in front of their face and they're asked a question, right? Scorsese has done it himself a number of times now. So it's like, I get it, right? It's hard. I get it, but breathe. You're making movies. You're making
Yeah.
movies. Breathe. And you know what? Guess who you don't go work for? Netflix, who bought Warner Brothers for 82
Yeah.
billion dollars, and gonna
How
go,
about you don't do
hey,
that?
hey, Quentin, can you make us a movie? Yeah, how much?
Sure.
No, you got no budget, but we need a big return, buddy. We're
Yeah.
counting on you.
We're counting on you. We know you'll
What
do
do
a
you
good
want to
job.
make? Star Trek? Okay, we can do Star Trek. We own it now. Not that they
What
do.
the hell?
You know, I'm just
Not
saying. It's
yeah.
like
You want to do a Batman? You can do a Batman if you
you do
want.
a
Why
back.
don't you do it? I know you've always wanted to do Batman. We're not giving you a budget, but in 6 to 7 months, we're going to want to see something. Good job.
And
Good
this
luck.
is exactly how we end up in the dark times of film. Exactly. Exactly. Mike, I would not be so you said it, the Snyderverse. We're instantly going backwards. So everything's tied together. It's all interconnected, folks. So
The next 6 months to a year
yeah.
are going to be so effing interesting because we get to see the true implosion of Hollywood in real time and whatever comes out of that smoke, that
Oh,
fire,
so
we're going to see.
also want to note that that Warner Brothers deal is not final. It does have to get
No,
through FCC approval,
no.
which in itself is, or one of
Even
the
if
FCs. So
even if everything goes perfectly, it's not going to launch until like 2026 is when it's going to be the ink dries.
there you
So a
go.
lot of stuff can happen between then and there. That's what people were so stressed out about the Disney Marvel deal, because a lot could have went wrong in that. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe somebody will jump in. Here comes a new challenger. Paramount Plus wants to buy him. We'll see. But as it stands now, it's not looking good, Doug. And with that, that brings us to the end of Masters of the Nerdiverse podcast, episode 146. The mystery marketing monolith is what we found. Now, Wash, at the end of all things, which topic did you actually enjoy the most?
I'm gonna go with WB, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I think it would be great if the Hellmouth Monolith is like a game that's launching, brought to you from Warner Brothers and Netflix. I think that that would be
Be
fucking
insane.
amazing, and that's how they open the freaking game of video game awards. But Hellbound, brought to you by
Bro,
Warner Brothers and
bro.
Netflix, the
They
next
cut.
generation in
They cut.
video games.
They cut live to the Mojave Desert, the middle of the Game Awards. The hell mouth opens and light comes out and smoke, and all you see walking are two like shadows, a little shadow and a tall shadow, and it's just 11 dressed like Robin and Vecna dressed like Batman.
Dude,
It's just the beginning of all ends, Doug. It's the beginning of all ends, bro. Speaking of the end, man, we've reached the end of a great episode here on Masters of the Nerdiverse. I want to thank Bradley for coming through and keeping the fires warm, hanging out with us. Wash, is there anything that you would like to discuss or talk about before we close this bad boy out?
no, have yourselves a nice weekend. Enjoy yourselves and play some Outlaws if you get a chance. If you get a chance.
If you get a chance, watch some movies, go watch Mortal Kombat. Do me a favor, just watch Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
1. No need to watch Annihilation, no need to watch the remake. Watch you some Mortal Kombat, watch you some Balls of Fury, play some video games. I'm about to figure out how to get Marvel Cosmic Annihilation, whatever it's called, up and running. That could be quick. That's a quick download.
Quick hit.
And have a good, safe weekend. With that being said, please like the content. It helps us grow. Comment. Let us know if we got anything wrong. Do you think that this acquisition is the best thing since sliced bread and it's only going to produce beautiful content? Let us know. Are you for one happy for our Hellmouth overlords and can't wait to see what comes out and spills from the dark nothingness of Infinite? Can't wait to find out. With that being said, I've of course been your host, Mike G. He has been our host, Wash. We are the Masters of the Nerdiverse. And with that, I'll say MOTN out. Good night, everybody.